Like, what the WTF are we doing here? So the residual is not really a residual until they decide it's a residual that they want to give you so they can manipulate you into buying more services later when they have the ability to give you a 40 residual instead of a 37. But if you're stupid enough, you're going to pay off a 37 and give them an extra 3 points on the residual on a $50,000 car that then they can make an extra $1,500 on.
When you need some advice, never sacrifice, always get it right. Ask the Planman. Finance, insurance, and more.
Hey folks, welcome back to Ask the Planman. I'm ranting and raving Bruce Weinstein. I am the host of Ask the Planman. Allie, I'm firing away. We've been firing out these little short episodes. I hope everybody's liking them. Just quick, sweet hits. Today, I'm going to talk about my recent experience. I've been debating on getting a new car, maybe something a little bit larger. I bought a car during COVID. I like to buy CPO, certified pre-owned, used cars. That's been my history. As a planner, it's good use of money. I hate the trap of leasing and getting sucked in that. We got an episode a year or so back where we had a former car salesman talk about the trappings of leasing. But my peeve is going around right now. They're pushing these electric cars. They're dumping cars like crazy. They're offering all kinds of incentives and rebates. I'm not ready for the electric cars, but looking at the new car inventory and what's going on, and I go from dealer to dealer just to hear them out and play their games. And some dealers, most dealers, pet peeve number one is they've got that destination fee, dealer handling fee. Like you got an $80,000 car in your lot. You're not making enough money, but now you're going to hit me for another $1,200 for destination charges. Really? It's just a scam. Okay? Folks, it's a scam. And then this weekend, I'm looking and every car I see has got like that extra sticker outside of the sticker. So you have like the MSRP sticker and it tells you the mileage and all the features on the car and the MSRP, manufacturer suggested retail price, and it's got a premium option or a limited option, and you're paying for the metallic paint, and then they give you the price. And then you go to the side window and they got their little aftermarket sheet. And you're like, what's this nonsense? And they got $1,000 for this and $1,200 for that. And they got window etching and lumberjack. It's not lumberjack. What's it called? Low jack. They got all this stuff, and you're like, window etching. And I didn't ask for those things. Oh, all the cars are coming with them now, sir. They're all coming with them. Well, take it out. Give me a car that doesn't have one. Like, I'm not spending $1,500. I don't need it. I don't want it. Like, they're just padding and padding and padding. And then you get in the room with the finance people, and they want to sell you the tire protection and the rim protection and the gap insurance and the we're going to do all your service for you, pay us in advance. And it's just a con game. The government's cracking down. There's a whole shift in the real estate market with the buyer's market and the buyer's agent and the seller's agent and splitting the commissions up. And it was found to be misrepresentation and huge tremor waves in the real estate dealings now. When are they going to come after the car dealerships and the games that these people play? Let's talk about leasing. I can't stand the leasing. Why? I can't figure out the goddamn payment, Allie. I got a $60,000 car and they want $1,200 in a lease payment. I'm like, how'd you get there? Like, do you know the questions to ask these people? Do you even know how they're interpreting these numbers, folks? I'm hot, Allie. I'm hot. These are my hot episodes. What's the money factor? I don't know. What's my residual? 35%. So in 3 years, you're telling me the car is going to lose 65% of its value, and I'm the chump who's going to pay that 65%? And then you're going to put some phantom money factor and lending number in there. And every time I sit down, I'm like, why don't I just buy the car? Like, what am I gaining? Leasing was supposed to be less expensive. I can do the math. 60 payments, $60,000 car, $1,000 a payment. I own the car in 5 years. I'm going to lease it for 3 years. I'm going to give them $1,200 a month for a $60,000 car. Oh, here's the next gimmick. Oh, you got to put $5,000 down. Why? Well, you got to buy down your payment. You don't want to pay $550 a month, do you? No, no money down, folks. No money down. Don't put money down on leasing ever. Ever. If you can't afford the payment, get the hell out of there. Go buy the car. Go buy Ask to see the certified pre-owns. Go buy used. The trap of leasing. When will you ever stop leasing? And if you're going to lease, are you putting the same amount of money away in your investments and retirement plans? Every time somebody gets a job increase, well, I'm going to buy a bigger car, buy a more expensive car. I'm going to drive $1,000 lease car around. I'm going to get a new car every 3 years. Why? You're entitled? Look, you make the money. God bless you. Do what you want with your money. But most people can't afford the shit that they're driving. They extend. They overextend. Car dealerships started leasing in the probably late 80s, early 90s. And that's when the consumer totally was getting ripped off and had no idea. Allie, what kind of monthly payment you looking to make? And lo and behold, they back right into that number most of the time. And you have no idea what you actually paid for the car. My buddy used to sell cars back in the 90s. He's like, the cars were nowhere near the prices today, right? We're talking like $20,000 cars. He goes, yeah, we made an extra $3,000. Because the client was used to a payment to finance, gave him that same payment to lease. $300. Well, a $300 lease, that $20,000 car, they sold to you for $24,000 and you never saw it. And they sell it to the bank and they do their money factors and everything else. And then all of a sudden the sales guy gets this massive extra commission because they sold you a car $4,000 over sticker price because you gave them a payment. I don't want to be over $300 a month. Allie, we can bring in at $297. Woo! See you in 3 years. Now you bring your car in 3 years. What are they doing? Ding, ding, ding. Too many miles. Rims are shot. Bang. You owe us $2,000 to give back your own car. I do? Yeah, bro. Yeah. Read your contract. Some of them have turn in your car charges. Flat out. $1,000. Read the fine print. You got those destination charges that they stick in at the front end. You lease, they got return your car early charges or just returning your car charges. We got to clean it up. We got to refurbish it. We got to get ready to aftermarket. Why? Mm-hmm. I'm not benefiting from that.
Nope.
You are.
And they're going to make more money.
Money, money, money. That's all they care about. The games they play. Show me tissue. Anybody know that term anymore? What's the tissue on the car? That's supposed to be what the dealer paid from the manufacturer. And then you're supposed to be able to see the spread of how much money they're making in that car. Nobody shows you tissue anymore. And if they do, 9 times out of 10, they're monkeying around with it. How do I mean? Because they now have shell companies. They all have layers of businesses that are inside the dealership. So corporation number one is getting the car from the dealer, and that's the spread on the tissue. But then that corporation is selling the car to that dealership and that lot with $1,000 markup. So they show you, oh, we only have $1,000 in this car. Yeah, but your other corporation doesn't. And then you got the holdbacks. When's the best time to buy a car, Allie? Do you know?
I don't know.
End of the month. End of the month. Right? End of the month. They're all hot to trot.
I was going to say, not holidays.
Well, I mean, they push the holidays too, right? They're always having a sale on the holidays. But today's August 27th. Tick, 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 tick. 28, 29, 30, 31st. They're going to be chiming because they've got quotas and what they call holdbacks. Dealers get holdback profit or bonuses from the manufacturer. So if they hit a sales amount, 20 cars, 50 cars, 100 cars, whatever it is, they get a bonus. So most dealers, the big volume dealers, literally will give cars away at cost, and they're working strictly for holdback. And those are those massive volume discount dealerships that you see out there. They're probably great places to go buy a car. From a competitive price standpoint, they want you in, they want you out, they want to do 1,000 cars a month. And they'll make their $500, whatever it is, a car on the holdback and eat up all their competition in 60 or 100 miles. But you got to know the game, folks, when you're walking in there, and you can't be with blinders on and play their game. Mr. Weinstein, what kind of payment are you looking to get into? How low can you get it, bro? Like Don't give them information. You're looking to lease or finance. Yeah. Yeah. Depends what the best option is. Show me what you got. Give me the data. Answer my questions. Stop answering theirs. Every transaction, somebody is a buyer and somebody's a seller. Is it going to be you or them? You got to know what you're doing in there. And I'm just as guilty. You got to get the emotion out. Oh, that car's gorgeous. I want. Oh, that lady over there, she's already looking at it. Oh, she is? Oh, I don't want Allie buying my car. Quick, how much is it? Gotcha. No. Yeah, I'm looking at cars. I got 3 major cities around me, same dealership or same car manufacturer, and those I'll go 30 minutes this way and 30 minutes this way and 30 minutes that way. Now let's check their inventory. I do all my work now online, at home, in the chats. I'm not driving there. I'm not giving them my driver's license. They take your license before you take it out for a test drive. Then they don't want to give you your license back. Keep you around for a while. Keep looking. Hey, did you see this car? It's nice and shiny. Want to take it for a ride? Let me get the plate. Let's take it for a ride. Right? It's gamemanship. It's a beautiful thing. Look, they're good at it. They're a lot better than you and me, Allie. A lot better than you and me.
Oh, I know it.
But
I learned my lessons.
You got to take a friend. I love going with people. I'm like, Allie, you going car shopping? You want me to go with you? I'm the biggest dick in the world because it's not me. I'm not shopping. I'll be like, no, Allie don't want that. No, she's not buying that today. No. She don't need undercoating. Thanks. How much? Let me see the sticker. Let me see your tissue. I could be the jerk, but it's my car. I'm like, ooh, like me. I want to be liked. I need a car. How much you give me for my trade-in? I went to 4 dealerships. It's amazing the 4 different prices I got for the same car. It's like, what? Where do you guys just pick a number out of the hat? Terrible. Anyway, am I done ranting? Did we get to a point? Do we have a point to ring the bell? What did we talk about? We talked
Always
about folks. Huh?
Always have a plan. Even when
you gotta have a plan when you're car shopping. Do your homework. Don't be a chump. Don't be a chump. I can't say don't lease. I'm just not a fan of leasing. I wish I could. I wish I could allow myself. It's a better business deduction if you're a business owner to lease. I get that. But geez Louise, I can't tell you how many people get ripped off. They really don't know what they're spending on the car. And the dealerships are making boatloads of money on them. Rates have gone up. I mean, it's hard to calculate the math. And then here's the last one. Last car I leased would have been maybe 2011, 2012. And I stuck to my guns. This is the price I wanted. The payment was coming in. I'm like, I'm not paying more than this. So you better make the numbers work or I'm leaving. And it was, let's say it was 500. 500 was my cap. I wasn't spending a penny, not 502, not 500. That's it. 499. Fine. Okay. So they come in. I got my residual. I'm trying to understand their money factors and the financing and no money down. I don't put no money down. Roll everything in. I don't care. Here's my payment. That's it. You ask me what my payment is. That's my payment. You either come up with the price or you don't, right? Because guess what? I'll play that game at a different dealership to know where to go. And they say, we can't do that. And they let me leave. Then I call the next dealer and I use that price as a base. Aha. Come on. Be an educated consumer. So now I'm in with the finance guy trying to close the deal. And this son of a gun is pulling out, well, you need the tire thing and you need the rim thing. And, we're going to give you this and we're going to give you that. And I'm like, and I give you 5 options. And each option is getting more expensive. You can get, the low jack over here. You can get the tire thing over there. We'll give you the maintenance plan. And all of a sudden it's anywhere from like $1,000 to $5,000 of add-ons. And I'm like, what the heck is this? And of course, now guess where the payment's going because they want to put $1,000 or $5,000 into a lease, which is pure top line. And I'm like, okay, bro, you just took my $500 payment. You made it $650. Like, ain't happening. You know what he says? He goes, let me change your residual. And all of a sudden, I'm making up, I don't remember the number. He goes from, 37 to 40. He goes, all right, so if we change your residual to 40 instead of 37, and we put this in, you'll be at around 5.25. I'm like, wait a minute. So you can change the residual randomly like that? Just to try and get me to buy this extra package, you suddenly have the ability to change that residual. I'm like, I'll tell you what, leave that residual in there, take that package out, and now I'm going to pay you $450 for that car. Or I'm leaving. Like, what the WTF are we doing here? So the residual is not really a residual until they decide it's a residual that they want to give you so they can manipulate you into buying more services later when they have the ability to give you a 40 residual instead of a 37. But if you're stupid enough, you're going to pay off a 37 and give them an extra 3 points on the residual on a $50,000 car that then they can make an extra $1,500 on. I'm hot, Allie. These are my hot shows. 844 Planman, Allie. They know how to get me. Folks, don't be a chump. You need some advice. Always get it right. Come ask the Planman. We'll see you next time.
When you need some advice,